Hello guys, welcome to another video of this channel. Now today we're going to be talking about another platform that I wanted to talk about for some time. It's called Medium. Now what is Medium? Now Medium is basically like a platform where you can actually publish articles, like a bunch of articles in different subjects, right? Different topics. Maybe it's about if you want to share a story, you want to share some news, or maybe some ideas that you have, you can share them on Medium. Right now, Medium is perfect, especially for those that are actually interested in writing and they actually want to get paid for that. And it basically solves all your problems, especially if you want to have a blog, right? In which case you need a website, which is costly to design, and of course you have to pay for certain things, right? Like hosting, domain names, and all those kind of things. Unless, of course, if you want to use like a Google site, which in case, of course, you need to have some sort of skills at least to create one. And which at the end of the day you will also need to promote your site as well, because Google sites usually do not rank well, right? They do not rank well on the search terms, so you need to do a lot of marketing, drive traffic to your own Google site website so that at least you can get some sort of authority, and then Google can be able to rank your website. But if you don't want to go all through that, right, Medium might be the perfect choice for you, because you don't need to do all those things. All you need to do is to write. Now, of course, you don't just go there and start writing and get paid. There are some requirements that you need to meet before they can even allow you to put your stories behind a paywall. Medium is basically used by a lot of notable people, right? As you can see, there's Barack Obama, there are some people that right? They're well-known people that actually use this platform to post articles and stories. So it is basically a great way to make some money while you're sharing your stories. Now, another thing to take note of is that Medium doesn't basically allow people to just publish stories using AI, right? Yeah, you can publish stories using AI, but usually you're not going to get paid for those stories. So they need genuine stories, genuine import, right? So that's basically how they work. Now, I did a little bit of research about Medium on Trustpilot, and I realized that I'll say the rating is basically bad, right? Most people do not have like a positive feeling to this platform. And I think that has to do with some sort of like a censorship, right? They do a lot of censoring on Medium. So you can't actually write on topics that are kind of like controversial. And I think that is an issue that a lot of people kind of face while at least they're actually publishing their stories on Medium. Now, as you can see, this person, they said they don't like what you write, right? They don't like what you write. They send suggestions to your email address about the content in opposition to what you say in your content. For example, they'll send you a suggestion about the topic, wasting time, or other specific topics which are clearly tendentious based on your contents, also since it happens regularly. So I do the same 2 times a day. So I think they did kind of face that similar situation of censorship. Now, Medium has something called the Medium Partnership Program. So this is like the usual partner program, which basically kind of reward content creators on YouTube. So it's the same thing that Medium has. And they pay these people through like the membership plans that they do have, like in which people or readers actually they have to subscribe to be a member of Medium, and then that kind of revenue that they get from there, they share that with the creators. Now, according to what they've written here, they said reward writers, right? Your membership directly supports the writers, editors, curators, and teams who make Medium a vibrant, inclusive home for human stories. A portion of your membership is allocated to the writers of the stories you read and interact with, right? So unlock every story, get access to millions of original stories that spark bright ideas, answer big questions, and fuel bold membership. And they've also written some instructions as well on like how the platform works for publishers, right? And how you get paid basically if you are a publisher on this platform. For example, on this aspect of member read time, they said like members only stories will earn money when the member reads your story for 30 seconds or more, and will continue to earn more the longer they keep reading. Long, thoughtful reads are encouraged. And on a positive interactions, they said you also earn more when the members clap, highlight, reply, or engage with your story in other ways. And you also have like the follow bonus as well, They say when members follow you and continue to read and interact with the stories, you will be given a follower bonus. So we encourage writers to share their own stories with the readers in a way that promotes community and audience building. And they also have other instructions as well that they've listed here. And the last important instruction, they said you must be located in an eligible country. So there are certain countries that you need to live in order to participate in their partner program. And I'm going to show you those countries in a few seconds, right? So in order to get like a deeper insights about how Medium works and also how their partner program works, you need to read the articles, right? There are a bunch of articles that basically highlights all this information that you need to know about. Now, of course, I did kind of browse on a few of them, and one of them was this one. This basically highlights like the application process, like how do you become a member. To join the partner program, you will need to meet the following eligibility requirements. First of all, you have to be a Medium member. The second, have a published story within the last 6 months. And the third one, you must have a bank account and file taxes in an eligible country. And you must be 18 years old. So right down here on this kind of like yellow kind of banner, these are the countries that are supported by the partner program. So they're basically located everywhere around the globe, right? In every corner of the globe, Africa, Europe, Asia, and all those kind of things. So you needed to come here first of all and try to search for a country to see if it is listed right here. So there are many countries that are actually supported here on Medium. Now on the payment information, right, they don't put much information here. Just they listed like the types of platforms that they work with. Like this platform basically uses they pays through banks, right, and also Stripe, right? And here they've actually listed a bunch of bank accounts, I think that they do have or they don't work with, I don't know. Like they've listed the minimum payout, right? Like some banks they allow €1, £1. I don't know what this currency is, and others, right? So I would say most countries, of course, like if you live in other countries, if you don't want to have problems rather than doing this bank transfer thing, you can simply register on Stripe, right? Just create a Stripe account and you can use that to receive payments from Medium. Now to start the application process, of course, you can sign up with the Google's, Facebook, or with an email, right? And then the sign up basically is very easy. And like in your dashboard, the first thing that we'll see are a bunch of stories that have been like recently published, right? And let's say on the left, we've got the staff picks, and I think these are the recommended authors that the platform basically recommend. As you can see on the top left corner, we have Barack Obama. He just published a certain post in 5 days ago. So that is how it works. And then on this part we have the article itself, right? Now this person actually published like an article about resumes, right? Like how resumes actually being phased out in the recruiting process. Now this story, as you can see, let's say in the top here, right, for this guy is called George J's, I don't know how to pronounce that. Now right down here you see some icons, right? The one about clapping, and this one about messages, like it's a 14,300k claps, and the messages, the replies and something like that. Now this article is basically behind a paywall, right? I can open the article, right, maybe read a certain portion, maybe a small portion that is basically at the top, and then the rest of the article is covered, is under a paywall. As you can see, if you scroll further down, and if you're not a member, right, you will see this message: I must be a member to read the entire thing. So that is basically how these people get paid and stuff. So yeah, that's how you will be working. Now on the states right here, you do have like the stories, right, some of like statistics, right? Then you can gain your monthly views. You can see your monthly views here, and you can see your monthly reads, right? And then we've got the lifetime stats, which shows like the lifetime followers, the lifetime email subscribers, and things of that nature. So this is all about Medium, so I don't think there's much to talk about. Of course, let's say maybe you want to publish, like, well, we want to start writing a story. You just click on write, and this is what you will see, right? You will put your title there, and then you type a bunch of stories. Then you can try to correct a few things. Maybe if you want to kind of customize the text and stuff, then you come to this bar right here, where it has all these like icons right here to customize whatever you have. Then with the drafts, if you like write a story and then you don't finish it, maybe you want to finish it later, it will be automatically saved as a draft, and you can always come here and resume your story. So as I've said, like, I did a little bit of reviews and I did a little bit of research to kind of check what people think about Medium, and I'll say most of them are actually bad, right? There are some people that have issues with the platform itself. Most of these reviews are actually mixed, right, between customers and actually people that actually work here. This one said, I'm giving 0 stars. Actually, I wrote an article in a recent Supreme Court ruling about gender and sex, which are the same thing, and someone responded and I started depending to me because I'm black and every black person apparently wants to be limited to the color of their skin. It's kind of racism, something like that. And they saw at me, and I reported that individual to Medium, only for them to respond by telling me that my article has been suspended. I report this scam of a platform that someone insults me and my article gets suspended. So yeah, I think if you write something about controversial topics, you're likely to face these kind of issues. They kind of has like those kind of positive, negative reviews, and I think it depends on people's experiences. But I'll say in this instance that most people that had a lot of complaints are those that had issues, especially when publishing articles like related to some controversial topics, and of course customers that were forced to pay for some articles, something like that. I don't know, maybe they don't understand how the platform works, so I don't know. So guys, this is basically my own review about Medium. And if you are someone that likes to write and you write stories, maybe interesting things, and you want to get paid for that, maybe you might try Medium, right? It is actually a legit platform, and as I've said, like, it is used by notable people, well-known people, actually, like the president, of course. So you can try to create an account here, but again, this is my own just review and this is my own opinion, so it's up to you to decide. So guys, thank you for watching this video about Medium, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, and until then, see you on the next video.
Business plans, company profiles, letterheads, resumes, and proposals. All these are very important in setting up your business and yourself for success. Hi, my name is Koliambez and I'm a business writer, designer, and consultant. I specialize in crafting professional business documents and also offering consultancy services for different businesses across industries. The documents are well written, well researched, and professionally designed to suit each and every business needs. Now, get ready to stand out from competition and get your documents done today. You can reach out to me using the provided details, and I will get back to you as soon as possible.